All right, hey guys, what is going on? It is Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads, and we are just about 15 minutes away from the start of this Nintendo Direct, so we thought we'd do some live streaming. So we're just gonna jump into the live stream right now. We'll see what happens here. Obviously, we're 15 minutes away, waiting for it to kick off. So we'll see how it gets on. If you're joining us into the chat room, please join us. You are more than welcome. Just as I'm doing that, I'm gonna get some tweets out that we're live streaming. If you're here and want to join us in the chat room, come say hi. We'd love to chat with you. Love to know what your predictions are for this Direct. What are you hoping to see? What is kind of your wishes? We have seen obviously some information dropped today already. Overwatch appears to be a thing. So that's exciting news. So it's exciting to see what Nintendo is going to come up with now. I think there's a lot of, you know what, I'm going to stop trying to tweet and chat at the same time. That's just rude. So give me 1 second here. Join us on Twitch. That's where I'm streaming right now. Nintendo Direct live reaction. Live reaction. Come on. There we go. There we go. That is out and about. So it'll be interesting to see what Nintendo has. So again, we do know, no, we don't know for sure, but Overwatch has been pretty much confirmed to be occurring at this Direct, or at least get information about it. Looks like an October release. That's not a huge surprise there. I think from a timing perspective that makes sense. Build a bit of hype. Let's talk. You know what? I sent out a tweet earlier today. Let's chat about that tweet, shall we? And talk about maybe some of the things that I said would be in there. So I'll break down my thoughts here, okay? So my quick predictions for the Direct is that we're probably going to get a new Pro Controller released or announced. I'm actually kind of hoping it's in the vein of the Luigi's Mansion. Like, I think if they could do like almost a green and white, a little bit of maybe even some of that like glow in the dark stickering that you could maybe do with it underneath, like how the Splatoon one had that kind of imaging. If it was glow in the dark, wow, that would be pretty brilliant. So I'm really hoping for that. I'm actually in the market for new Pro controllers, so that'd be awesome. I'm also thinking a Luigi's Mansion 3 amiibo should be announced also. That is what I would like. I would like to see that very much. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it's a no-brainer that SNES games would be hitting the Nintendo Switch. We are at that 1 year mark. This is a great opportunity for them to talk about it. We've seen some leaks before. How many they roll out and how many they release is a question. Not 100% sure on that one. I think the other component of that is, are we all of a sudden also going to see a price hike? I don't think Nintendo will do a price hike, or at least they shouldn't. If they're going to do a price hike for the Switch Online, they need to add a lot more value, and I don't think just Super Nintendo games are the value that they need to necessarily really add to kind of have that levity and that weight to justify potentially more money. So we'll see what happens there. I think once they roll into something like GameCube potentially, and maybe N64, and really make it, the Nesflix, if you would, I think that's where they may have an argument for a higher price. But right now, where they stand, and either they offer out SNES games, that ain't going to happen. At least not my theory, not my idea. I was saying here some third-party love, as I mentioned a couple moments ago. Overwatch has definitely been just shy of confirmed for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo and Blizzard haven't officially come out, but everything is pointing towards that being a probability in an actual event. So I think that's something to look into. Obviously, Assassin's Creed and Black Flag, there were some leaks out today or in the last couple of days about Black Flag being remastered for the Nintendo Switch and hitting as well. So I think that could be something to keep our eye on. I think this would be a good platform to say that. Again, third-party support continues to grow for the Nintendo Switch. I would not be shocked if we saw something from maybe Square, maybe it's Kingdom Hearts, I don't know for sure, but I feel like, again, third party is a story that the Nintendo Switch is really beginning to say or tell, and I think that they're probably in the right spot for that now. So we'll see what happens there. I said keeping hope for Fallout. Yeah, absolutely keep hope for a Fallout. I would love to see that. And obviously, and thanks for joining us here in the chat, Single Monk. I also am thinking, because the Outer Worlds, I believe, now that's not by the exact same people who brought you Fallout, but by kind of a splinter company of it, that Fallout may be more and more likely, but I think Outer Worlds, or Outer Worlds, I believe is what it's called, may fill that gap. And that's coming out in October. So again, what we're seeing more and more consistently is third-party support for Nintendo. I did mention that I believe Pikmin, the new Pikmin game, may be teased. Now, of course, we're looking at the title card here. The title card says we're going to be focusing on 2019. Nintendo always says focusing on 2019, but they kind of always give a little bit of a glimpse, a little bit of a hint at potentially something coming on in the next fiscal year or the next quarter. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see a tease here, potentially. And again, Nintendo has a lot of runway here. They don't have a game in December officially as a huge game for them to come out. January and February are unknowns for us. And then, of course, in March, we have Animal Crossing. So they've got a couple of months of runway where they can actually begin to build that portfolio and build up some hype. So we're excited to see what happens there. I actually said, no, this is probably the counter to everybody else's statement out there. I don't believe we are going to get a Smash Brothers character teaser in this Direct. You have to remember that they have until the end of February 2020 to roll out their entire DLC strategy and package. I think with the release of the Hero and then the announcement of Banjo, I think those are too close. So I wouldn't be shocked if we don't get a teaser for it here, but we rather get a teaser for potentially at the Game Awards in early December to build up hype, and then obviously that character would be released at the end of February to kind of coincide with their alignment. So that's my theory. But again, I'm probably the minority here. I really don't think we're going to get a tease on this one. That being said, I do believe we will get an official release date for Banjo. A lot of point of sales information in Japan. We're saying they're promoting it as I think it's the 15th or middle of September. I don't know if that's right. That feels a little bit early. I wouldn't be shocked if it's more of an October, November, but I could also be wrong, and it'd be great to see Banjo. I'm suspecting this is going to be now. This is our first. Is this first? Yeah, this is our first Direct post E3, obviously, but post the launch of Super Mario Maker. So I wouldn't be shocked if we are going to get some Super Mario Maker 2 DLC or update or information to support that strategy again. This may be where we find out about that other skin. I don't suspect it's going to be a free DLC. I suspect there's going to be a paid package in some way to get other skins for it. But I wouldn't be shocked if this is where we get that information. Also potentially look for an update to the Nintendo Switch Online app to allow for a Super Mario Maker platform or easy contact where you can, I found a level, I can add it to my playlist. So I think we're going to see Super Mario Maker is going to get some love for sure. I think we may, now this is my wild card, right? We have some wild cards out there. This is my wild card. We may get a teaser, potentially a teaser, for Super Mario Odyssey 2. I wouldn't be shocked if that is in the making. I wouldn't be shocked if it's coming out. You have to remember, Super Mario Odyssey was released in October 2017. So we're almost at October 2019. So we're 2 years past that. I think we're going to see Super Mario Odyssey make a return again, very much like we did Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2, in the life cycle of Switch. This may be where they tease it with potentially a 2020 release date. I could be wrong, but I think that may be an opportunity there for them as well. I said potentially also a DLC or update to Super Mario Party. I think that game has been needing some love also, so let's see if we can hopefully see some kind of free update. We know that their strategy is providing DLC. We know that's been something they've been predominant with the entire Switch lifecycle. I would not be shocked if that's something we see here as well. I also believe we will not have any our friends at Microsoft, insert game here, game reveal like we have in the past, right? We've seen that through, obviously, what is that game? Cuphead, there it is. Cuphead and Ori. I don't suspect we're going to be getting that here. That is, again, just my theory and strategy or approach to it. So yeah, we will see. We will see what is happening there. Bear with me a couple of moments here, folks. So that is what I'm thinking. Guys, I would love for you, if you're in the chat room here, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? What are you excited for? Obviously, Simple Monk, you're excited for Fallout. I love it. So yeah, let's do this. Right? My body is ready. We are good to go here, folks. So let's see what else is going on here. All right. We are 5 minutes away. I'm just going to check a couple other things. It's probably like the worst thing to be doing is like, hey, I'm going to check another stream right now, but I am going to do that. I am going to do that right now. So bear with me 1 second here. I want to make sure that all is good. All is good. Let's see if this is working. Is it working? Is it working? All right, there we go. Okay, so that working. Okay, perfect. All right, there we go. Okay, so that working. All right, so that is, I'm happy with that. And we're going to do one last thing here. 5 minutes away, folks. 5 minutes away. I'm going to check if we're hearing any music for this thing. Okay. I'm always weirded out because Nintendo does not have any music playing on their... always weirded out because they're not playing any music on their event, their thing here. So it's kind of like, why do we not have any music going on? Please tell me there's some music. And then I'm like, oh, is my system not working? But it's working, so I'm happy. Very, very happy with that. So yeah, let's see here 1 second. So we are 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen here, folks. This is going to be very, very interesting. I think Nintendo, as I mentioned before, they have a lot of runway here to be jumping in, and I think they've got a lot to tell. And I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to see what happens. Okay, 1 second here. Couple more moments. Hey everyone, come join me live react on Twitch. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. Let's see here. I think, again, there is a lot that could happen here. I think this is, and I mean, everyone has been kind of throwing out their predictions of what's going to happen. Again, you've just gone over mine. I'm excited to see what else they have in store for Luigi's Mansion. I think that's going to be a very interesting title. I'm excited for that one for October. And then Pokemon, right? I think Pokemon is, of course, a major hitter, of course, a big hitter for them. But I don't really know if I want a whole lot more onto it, right? Like, I don't know if you have to tell me a lot more. Nintendo's really stacked their cards in September, and I think we're starting to see that bump on into October, right? So we have seen, what did we see recently got announced into October? Oh, Ukulele, right, from Playtonics has now got a release date into October. We know we've got Luigi's Mansion. I think we're going to see Overwatch kick on into October. So we're starting to really build a really packed into October, where September is already pretty jam-packed. September 20th, like, everything's coming out then. I think you've got, what do you got coming out that day? You've got, you have got Link's Awakening. You've got the new Switch. There's another game on the 20th. Thank you for the Nintendo Drive, Tim. Thanks, welcome for joining. I appreciate it. There's something else coming on the 20th that I was like, oh, you're kidding me. That's another huge date for them. And then Ori the week following. So Nintendo has got a jam-packed schedule, let alone early into September. Also, we've got Daemon X Machina. Of course, we just came off of Astral Chain this last Friday. So they have really stacked the cards heavy for games, and I think that as we see more of these third-party titles get announced as well, it's just going to be hit after hit after hit. So I think that's going to be a huge thing for Nintendo, and I think as consumers that's great for us, but also tiresome. I think we're going to have to obviously pick and choose what we want to be playing. So that is it. So we are a minute away now from this thing. So let's. Oh man, I'm excited. I am pumped. Thank you so much for everyone who is joining us. Is this hype Justin or unimpressed Justin? That's a great question. So this is hype Justin. I am very hyped right now. I'm trying to be tempered. I'm trying to temper my expectations. I think is always good, right? The other part of it is I realized, like, if you listened to last week's podcast, I was a little bit too excited about coming back. My language got ahead of me potentially a little bit too much. So we're just kind of playing it by ear. I'm also a little bit new to live streaming, but thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate that. What are you guys hyped for? Let me know in the comments. What are you excited for? What are you hoping for? Tim, don't type because you're driving, so that's not safe. But everyone else, and also thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you for watching my reaction. I'm not a crazy, like, over-the-top YouTubers be like, oh my god, and screaming into pillows and throwing, shirts off and weird stuff like that. But I am going to give you my live reactions as these things happen. Here we go. Here we go. All right. What are we starting with? Yep, there we go. Perfect. Starts with Overwatch. Right? Gets that one right out of the way. Interesting to start right off with that. I would have thought that would have actually maybe been the tail end of this thing, but of course, start with it. That's great. Again, I think we've seen a rumored release date of early October. We saw the case that got released. I'm excited for this. Nintendo Switch membership online is required for online features. That's interesting. Because what we did see earlier, Gyro on that was pretty cool. Is that some games like Fortnite did not require a membership. I believe Paladin was an example as well. Rocket League was another example. So that may be part of the Blizzard agreement. Of course, Blizzard hasn't put Diablo on the Switch before. They have that relationship. So that's great. I'm excited for this. Overwatch, if you're leading with that, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, October 15th, that is a good way to start. I'm happy with that. I'm excited. I played Paladins and was super, super excited.
Hello everyone. I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm Shinya Takahashi. And that was, of course, the latest trailer for Overwatch by Blizzard Entertainment. The latest trailer for Overwatch. The game is scheduled for release on Nintendo Switch October 15th. The game is scheduled for release on Nintendo Switch October 15th. Okay, so let's get into our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines. Let's get into our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines. Please take a look.
What do we got?
You gotta see these floors of the hotel for yourself. You gotta see these floors of the hotel for yourself. Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place in a haunted hotel. Luigi's Mansion 3 every takes floor place has a distinct theme unlike any other. Where every floor has a distinct theme unlike any other. Case in point, Tomb Suites.
All right.
I mean, a pyramid inside a hotel?
Okay.
Guess we should expect some mummies, harsh sands, and booby traps.
Sorry if you guys heard a little bit of
As for the other floors, well, there's a disco floor, a pirate-themed restaurant.
This is looking really good. I'm excited for this.
You get the idea. May not be the usual amenities, but there's a rogues gallery of bosses to check out before you, well, check out.
New mode Scream Park.
Speaking of amenities, step right up to this all-new attraction,
Again.
Scream Park.
Oh.
In this party mode, there's a Luigi team and a Gooigi team.
Oh, very cool.
With only
8
one
players?
Nintendo Switch system, 2 to 8 players can battle it out. See which team can defeat the most ghosts. Collect the most coins by piloting floaties with the Polticus G00 and break the most targets.
I love that.
Hey, even Luigi needs a break sometimes. Luigi's Mansion 3 opens its doors on October 31st, just in time for Halloween.
Let's see, Pro Controller. Oh, free to start Kirby game hitting the Switch.
Get a load of this new free to start Kirby game. The combined forces of Kirby, and Kirby are in for some wicked boss fights. We're calling it Super Kirby Clash.
And it's free
Take
to
up
start.
quests in town, and collectively, you and your team will pick 4 jobs.
Didn't they have a game like
That's
this similar
right.
to...
Get your weapons, get your gear, and get ready.
On the 3DS?
Some mighty tough
What's
enemies
this game
await.
called? Do you remember? Keep me honest.
There are more than 100 quests.
Guys, what is it?
So, get a look at your enemy and make sure you have the right jobs for the job. The key to victory is to know your role and work as a team. You can play alone, together on one system, team up via local wireless, or even play online.
Okay. Alright. Free to play.
It'll be time to unite with friends and players from around the world and overcome each challenging quest when Super Kirby Clash launches later today. And remember, it's free to start too.
It should have been more free to start.
This long-awaited, recently released RPG is getting a remake. After 25 years, fans of the Mana series can look forward to the HD remake of the 3rd game in the trilogy, Trials of Mana.
Trials of Mana Square Enix.
From 6 different characters, you'll choose a protagonist and 2 companions. The ones you choose will determine which of the interwoven stories you'll follow through this reimagined world.
Now you remember what will happen to dear Jessica if I die.
This interference will not be forgotten.
As each character advances, they'll have the opportunity to switch their class, allowing them to learn stronger special moves and spells, step into the light, or show your dark side when picking your class to change your character's appearance and abilities. Unlike the classic version, characters have full range of movement, including jumping and combo attacks for each member of your party. Once again, the wheels of fate are beginning to turn.
Once again. Trials of Mana.
Find out what's in store for the beloved world of Trials of Mana on April 24th. Just what happened to the crew of this doomed ship? The Obra Dinn vanished at sea in 1803, only to wash up 4 years later in Falmouth, England with no sign of survivors. The fate of the crew remains unknown. As an insurance investigator for the East India Company, you must board the ship and uncover the mystery of its disappearance and return. Your analysis will rely heavily on one less than ordinary device. Use the power of the Momentum Mortem pocket watch to turn back time and witness each soul's last moment.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Explore the ship. Observe the situation and record your logical deductions.
Alright.
Without you, the true tale will never be told.
That's interesting.
What brought the Obra Dinn to such an end?
I know what brought the Obra Dinn to an end.
Little by little, tease apart the misfortunes of the ship and its crew to solve the mystery. Return of the Obra Dinn arrives on Nintendo Switch in fall 2019. There's a small town out there with a big secret.
Right? So this is Game Freak. We knew about this one for
Never leave town.
I just haven't heard an update from it.
That is the rule agreed upon by the people of this peaceful town and the castle protecting it. One day, there suddenly appeared a giant monster. To defend the townspeople, one boy named Axe will stand up to face it. And the only weapons he'll need are ideas. But to win one of these battles, you must know when to use them. Strategy is everything if there's any hope to win. During battle, you can move around to garner support from townspeople. Take advantage to gain the advantage. Seize every opportunity to protect your town in this new RPG from Game Freak. And almost all the music in the game was composed by Undertale creator Toby Fox.
That's interesting. Whoa!
Little Town Hero will make a stand on Nintendo Switch October 16th. You can pre-purchase and preload the game later today.
Music by Toby Fox. Okay. Wow, that was really quick.
Fall is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Banjo.
We should see some amiibo here, I think, as well.
We can finally confirm the release date of Challenger Pack 3, Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo and Kazooie. And the release date is today.
Whoa!
After today's Nintendo Direct, we'll broadcast a video detailing how to use Banjo and Kazooie, featuring the game's director, Masahiro Sakurai.
Sorry, I didn't think it was coming that early.
As a special treat, the video will begin immediately following the Nintendo Direct you're watching right now.
Immediately following the Direct.
To tide yourself over until the release of Banjo and Kazooie, please check it out.
Okay, so they're going to demo it right now.
But first,
includes the 40. Wait, what? Are they demoing the other? Are they teasing the other one right now? No. What are they doing? Okay, so we're going all the way back to the years for Nintendo. What? It is the SNK. I thought this was wrong. I did not think this. I was okay. So there was a leak. There was SNK. I thought it was a wrong leak. Really? Interesting. I don't know if this is who I would have changed, or if this is French's I would change. This is okay. This is very interesting. Really, I thought this was fake. I thought this was just misinformation. I'm shocked. Okay, Terry.
Hey, cover!
Terry Faces the Fury. Now in development. That is the fourth and final one. Wow, okay. And, again, out today. Holy cow. I did not think Banjo was going to be out today, folks. That is crazy. November 2019. Oh, that is a quick development cycle. And they were supposed to have it all done by the end of February. I would have thought they had... Oh, that's Challenger Pack 4. I had my numbers wrong.
So,
there's 5 of them.
Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury is joining the battle.
Okay.
That means we've revealed 4 of the 5 fighters included in the Fighters
Fifth will be
Pass.
February, obviously.
Can there really be only 1 left?
More DLC fighters now in development. What?
We're happy to confirm the development of more DLC fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Outside the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass, we can confirm that other new fighters are in development. The battle isn't over yet.
So are they going to make us buy a bigger pass? Or are you just going to immediately get that?
So, what do you think? Regarding what was announced about additional fighters at the end of that segment, we'll have more to share with you in the future. For now, let's continue with some more Nintendo Switch.
Okay, like we're 11 minutes into this, and it is like crazy.
It's about
right
time
now.
to wake the Windfish in The Legend of Zelda: Link's
Okay,
Awakening.
this comes out in 3 weeks.
Which means
2
the
weeks.
next big adventure on Nintendo Switch is fast approaching.
It's gonna be so poor.
You'll meet some strangely endearing islanders, face a series of puzzling tasks, and encounter some oddly familiar faces. Whatever happens, help Link escape Koholint Island before its mysteries get the best of him. With the all-new Chamber Dungeon, you can place chambers earned on your adventure to arrange your own dungeons, add in plus effects that alter chambers, and save chamber dungeons to a compatible amiibo figure featuring a character from the Legend of Zelda series. That way, your friends can play them. Be ready. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening will launch before you know it on September 20th. The new Link amiibo figure will be available that same day.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be hotly contested. Yeah, I can pre-order.
You know the hero's might from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now join his adventure. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition is exactly that. The most complete version of a sprawling adventure story that allows you to choose between HD and 2D graphics. Travel to past Dragon Quest worlds. And experience new character-focused stories. The day the game launches, free downloadable content can be found in the Champions Pack,
DLC,
including consumable items and more equipment that can change the appearance of party members.
Interesting.
An RPG giant draws near.
The 20th, 7th, 27th.
Dragon Quest XI's Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition journeys onto Nintendo Switch September 27th.
And they're paying these things out.
Until then, you can prepare for your adventure with the free demo on Nintendo eShop.
Keep playing the demo. Haven't played the demo yet. People I know say they like it. I have not played it. Okay.
Looking for more Fire Emblem goodness?
Fire
Then
Emblem
say hello to Tokyo.
stuff.
The worlds of the Fire Emblem series and
there you
Atlas
go.
games have crossed paths, and the result is coming to Nintendo
So
Switch.
this looks like this is Fire Emblem.
The story takes place
Tokyo
in modern-day
Mirage.
Tokyo,
Sharp
where
FE.
creative energy is so abundant
Okay, so
it's
this is a remake
materialized
from
into
the,
something called Performa,
The Wii U.
which attracts wicked mirages
version.
who suck
This
it out of
is
people.
One of those ports that they brought over from the Wii.
You'll face
The
off
Switch
against
version
this threat
didn't sell
as
very much.
up-and-comer Itsuki Aoi
I didn't
and his
play this.
friends
I
who are
think
trying to
Jessica
make it in the
did.
entertainment business.
Enjoy it. And I know other
Fire
people
Emblem characters like
have
Chrom and Sita
enjoyed
will
it.
join you from
It's not
another
my cup of
dimension.
tea.
Together, you'll
But
wage
I'm
deep
glad
turn-based
people
battles,
like it.
blending the combat of the Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei series. And, in the Nintendo Switch version, there's a new song that wasn't included in the original. Be sure to check out the other new features, from the new story elements to the characters joining you in battle for the first time. Hey, is that Tiki?
Yeah, January 2020. There
Tokyo
you go.
Mirage
Good
Sessions
spot to
Sharp
put it
FE
forth.
Encore
In
releases on January 17th.
Pre-purchase later
You can
today.
pre-purchase the game
That's a
later
pretty big
today.
window for pre-purchase.
Welcome back to where nothing is what it seems. Boston, 2019. It all begins again when FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case. She also opens a door to the unknown.
Looks like
A door that also takes us back to New Orleans, 14 years ago.
Excuse me?
Here, our story follows an FBI agent who goes by the name of York.
Zach, it looks like
The journey between past and present will take Aaliyah and York on a winding
Well,
path.
it's not a zombie thing. I thought
But
it was.
what lies at the
That
end?
did not look well.
Will it be truth or madness? Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise, boggles and beguiles on Nintendo Switch in 2020. And now for a shocker. The original game in the series will launch on Nintendo eShop
there's
as
our
Deadly Premonition
second Shadow
Origins
drop.
later today.
Okay, here's our second one.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is finally coming to Nintendo Switch. Check it out.
So again, what we're seeing here is, as I kind of mentioned earlier, was just schwack of third-party love, right? So ports that are now coming over that have existed potentially on the consoles, now finding their way to the Nintendo Switch, and we're kind of making a fuss about them, which is what we're seeing here. Not a huge shock. So again, we're seeing so far a lot of third-party love. So, yep, that's kind of what I was expecting. Between Steam and Nintendo Switch. Steam crossing, that's pretty handy, isn't it? It's a good thing. That is something handy. Bring on the adventure. Okay, alright. What else we got? A message from Bethesda.
And now for a message from Bethesda.
Hey Nintendo fans, Pete Hines from Bethesda. On behalf of everyone at id Software, I'm excited to announce something really cool that we have coming to Nintendo Switch later this year. I'm sure many of you have fond memories of spending countless hours playing your favorite games on Nintendo 64. Well, this year is the 25th anniversary of Doom, one of the most popular first-person shooter franchises ever.
Interesting.
And to celebrate, we're re-releasing one of our favorite games, Doom 64.
Alright.
For the first time since its original release in 1997, Doom 64 will be officially available on a Nintendo console. relive your crusade against the demons in more than 30 action-packed levels. Or if you're a newcomer, experience the retro first-person shooter that helped make Doom one of the most popular shooter franchises in history.
Okay. Interesting.
Doom 64 will release on Nintendo Switch on November 22nd this year.
Like a week after Pokemon.
Introducing a brand new IP from developer Hi-Rez Studios, Rogue Company. To most of the world, Rogue Company is a rumor at best, but its operatives are the real deal. And as one of these elite specialists, you'll face challenges which will require your specialized abilities and tools to combat the infamous organization Jackal. Play against friends or match up with a similarly skilled team online in a variety of objective-based game modes. Whether you wield guns, gadgets, or melee weapons, your playstyle will depend on your choice of mercenary, which can be fully customized. There will be plenty of modes, maps, weapons, skins, in-game events, and more. When Rogue Company sneaks up on Nintendo Switch in 2020.
Hi-Rez said it would do Paladins and Smite.
How's it going? Next, the new titles in the core Pokémon RPG series, Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield. We have more information to share that will shed new light on this next Pokémon adventure. Please take a look.
Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield take place in the Galar region, a scenic land where people and Pokémon work together toward a prosperous future. Among them, you'll encounter new Pokémon and meet new people throughout your adventure. Today, we'll cover 4 features you can look forward to.
Features? Tell me more.
First, customizing your look.
Okay.
Once again, the latest entry in the series lets you pick your outfit. This time, it's not just tops and bottoms, but a wide variety, including outerwear and gloves.
Okay.
Plus, you can change your hairstyle.
Yep.
Or put on a little makeup. There's a lot more to becoming a champion than simply honing your battle skills. You've got to look the part too, don't you think?
We're halfway through this thing.
Second, Pokémon Camp. During your journey through the Galar region, you can camp anytime at Pokémon Camp.
Just setting up tent, just camping.
While you're there, you can play with your Pokémon. And as you get to know them better, they'll also improve in battle. Additionally, in the wild area, you can visit other players' camps too. Feel free to bring along one of your Pokémon and hang out with up to 3 other players at the camp. We definitely recommend interacting with another player's Pokémon.
That's what we're doing?
Third, curry on rice. Pokémon Camp is also a great place to cook up a dish that is very popular in the Galar region, curry on rice. How your curry turns out and what type it is ultimately depends on which berries and other ingredients you use. Not to mention the heart you put into it.
This is something, all right.
There are more than 100 types. And each one you cook up will be registered in your curry decks. The goal? To master the art of curry. Huh? What's that Pokémon doing here?
New Pokémon.
And fourth, we'll introduce some new Pokémon discovered in the Galar region. First is Poltegeist. Normally, it makes a home for itself by hiding amongst tableware at hotels and restaurants. Its body is made of tea, complete with its own aroma and flavor. It may even allow a trusting trainer to taste its tea. This ghost-type Pokémon also has a special ability called Weak Armor. Next, another new Pokémon called Cramorant. This flying and water-type Pokémon has one huge appetite. It will swallow anything it can fit in its mouth. When it uses Surf or Dive during battle, watch as it rises from the water, along with the catch in its mouth. If it takes damage in this state, it'll retaliate by spitting out its catch at the attacker. This is Cramorant's exclusive new ability, Gulp Missile.
For what else we are getting in the next 18 minutes. I'm hoping it's not.
And that's all we have to share with you today.
Moving on.
Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield will launch on Nintendo Switch November 15th.
Well, how about that? There are still 2 more months until the game releases. Please look forward to the day you can start your new adventure in the Galar region.
With the curry deck.
So, it's been about a year since we began offering Nintendo Switch Online memberships. With Nintendo Switch Online, we're providing a variety of games and fun features.
Price hike it.
And now, we're looking to add in an additional library of games.
There we go.
It's called Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online. With this, you can play a variety of classic Super NES games on Nintendo Switch.
Yep. It better be like this week or whatever.
There are some you may not expect, like Stunt Race FX, which will be available to play on another system for the first time.
Not expect that.
You can face off or team up in local multiplayer by passing a Joy-Con controller to a friend, or even play together online. Oh, and the rewind function will be available from launch.
Okay.
Here are the first games we plan to release.
Wow, that's pretty good. Whoa.
All 20 of the games you see on screen will launch tomorrow.
Wow, Brawler Brothers is definitely never heard of that before.
Of course, we will eventually add more to the lineup.
Okay.
This offer is exclusively available to Nintendo Switch Online members, so please enjoy them at no additional charge.
No additional charge. Good.
You noticed this, did you?
I did notice that.
To recapture the original feel of these games, we will be releasing a Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online exclusive controller as a special offer. To charge it, you can use a USB cable, just like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller.
Really?
This Super NES-style controller will be available for purchase exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members. Visit the Nintendo website for the latest information on its release.
That's interesting.
Wouldn't it be nice to play those games again with one of these controllers?
Sure.
Well, let's move on to some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Oh, okay. That's version 2. Update for Tetris 99.
Sure, you know Tetris, but can you survive this? Nintendo Switch Online members, the large-scale puzzle battle game Tetris 99 is getting a free update. Tetris 99 Invictus is here, and not for the faint of heart. You can't even play it until you achieve Tetris Maximus status.
Well,
can you survive against the best of the best? Well, good luck. We're also adding in daily missions for some added challenges. By clearing these missions, you can acquire tickets and exchange them for a variety of custom themes.
Cool.
Sweet! To showcase your accomplishments, we're tossing in a vast array of new player icons too. Beyond that, the second wave of paid DLC is here as well. In 2-player share battle mode, pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend for a 2-player game against each other and the CPU, and get together with friends to battle via local wireless on your Nintendo Switch systems in local arena mode. The version 2.0 update for Tetris 99 will be available tomorrow. A packaged version including the game, DLC, and a Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual membership will be available September 6th. Mario and Sonic are ready to kick it old school in Tokyo. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games has become a tradition of its own. This time, there are more than 20 events, including the 100-meter, karate, football, skateboarding, rugby sevens, sport climbing, badminton, gymnastics, surfing, and you know what? There's more where that came from.
Yeah, we saw this recently.
Check out these 10 retro-style events, each one rocking some sweet 2D style graphics.
That's great.
They're all new, all retro, and very refreshing to play. On top of that, there are new mini-games, unlockable characters, and a story mode in which Mario, Sonic, Bowser, and Dr. Eggman must escape from a game based on the Olympic Games Tokyo 1964. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 will go for the gold November 5th. The next Daemon X Machina demo will be here sooner than you think. Ahead of the full game's release next week, the free demo version, Daemon X Machina Prologue Demo, will be available for download later today. In this prologue, you'll man your mech through the beginning of the game, and all of your progress can carry over to the full game. If you've never played a mech action game and you're wondering what they're all about, this is the perfect time to take one for a test drive.
so.
A key feature of this demo is the co-op mode for up to 4 players.
4-player
And we're happy to report that it can be played via local wireless. So, gather your friends and make the bosses feel like the little guys. The full game will also support online play. Be ready by customizing your mech and honing your skills on missions. What hides beneath your mech's armor? A god or a demon? Damon X Machina will be ready for action September 13th. I feel like they made him reread that a couple times.
What?
A Star Wars classic so fun, it's back for more. Kyle Katarn, agent of the New Republic, is our only hope to stop a rogue Jedi. Get your lightsaber at the ready, blaster in hand, and prepare to wield the full power of the Force. Courtesy of Aspire, the full single-player experience of Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast is coming to Nintendo Switch September 24th.
What else is new on Nintendo?
We've got new details on some upcoming games.
Here's where my journey begins.
You are Geralt of Rivia, mercenary monster slayer.
29 minutes.
Current contract, tracking down a living weapon known as the Child of Prophecy. You'll have a whole world to explore, at home and on the go, when The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition comes to Nintendo Switch on October 15th. And all downloadable content and story expansions are along for the ride. Become the most feared pirate in the Caribbean in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Then transform into the ultimate assassin hunter in Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's 2 action-packed games for 1 great value. With all past DLC and new features like touch control and motion aiming coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch in Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection. Battle for survival at the edge of a savage frontier in the online free-to-play action RPG Dauntless. Whether you're a veteran looking to take your Slayer on the go, or a rookie ready to forge your legacy, you'll hone your skills, craft and customize hundreds of gear options, and team up with other Slayers to take down boss-sized behemoths. As you can see, the folks at Phoenix Labs are adding loads of new content in anticipation of the game's launch on Nintendo Switch, and there's plenty more on the horizon.
Oh!
Open your calendar. More games are on the way.
Is it Farm Simulator? Just Dance, yeah. We have 10 minutes left. We're doing the sizzle reel, so expect 2 more kind of big statements here at the end, I suspect. Open your calendars in your wallet. Farm Simulator. No one's really talking Farm Simulator, guys, but that appears to be the biggie. White Witch. Okay. NBA 2K comes out in 2 days. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that one. It's a big, I think, get for Nintendo. It'll be interesting to see how that translates over the port. Devil May Cry 2. And here, I didn't know that was coming. So we did that.
How's everything going? Next up, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh.
We revealed many details about the game back in June, so we prepared a video covering what was announced. Let's see, shall we?
So they are going to give more information for Animal Crossing. Tom Nook. Official video, alright.
Thank you for choosing the Deserted Island Getaway Package. A laid-back, relaxing time in a haven of nature awaits. For you and the other folks participating in the Getaway Package, the time's come to get into the groove of deserted island life. It may be a deserted island, but the Resident Services building at its center is here to support your needs, so there's nothing to worry about. For starters, we'll provide you with a tent. Please select the spot where you'd like it set up. Oh, Oh, and there's something else. We'd like to offer you an original Nook Inc. Nook phone. It comes pre-installed with a variety of apps for all your deserted island needs, including recipes for crafting tools and furniture. Let's start by crafting an axe. We're going to need some materials, like branches.
Interesting move for this to be your base.
And stones.
Is this your end?
Then we'll head to Resident Services and use the workbench.
This is not your
Nicely done. You can use the tools you craft to acquire new materials, like this. And with those, you can craft more items. Feel free to place furniture inside or outside. You can fine-tune the arrangement so that the decor expresses your style, and you can fully enjoy the deserted island life. Let's head back to Resident Services. Here we sell tools and furniture. We also buy your unwanted items, including any weeds you remove, as part of our island cleanup plan. In addition to the usual in-game currency, bells, you can also earn Nook Miles through the Nook Mileage program. You can exchange your miles for special items and recipes. You'll earn miles through a host of activities on the island, so be sure to take advantage of this program. There are many ways to experience the joys of life on a deserted island. Go fishing, catch some bugs, tend to flowers, and pick them to make a garland. Thanks to crafting, even weeds have their uses. A vaulting pole makes it easy to quickly cross a river. A nutritious snack will help you shovel up a tree in no time. Plant it somewhere else to change things up in that corner of the island. The scenery changes with the time and weather. There will be sunshine, cloudy days, rainfall, and enough wind to shake the trees. Depending on the time of day and the season, you'll encounter different creatures to catch too.
This than we did Luigi's Mansion 3 or Pokémon.
Sociable types who live together on the same island can play simultaneously, up to 4 players at a time on one system. We hope you enjoy living together and working together in the same space. With a local wireless or internet connection, you can travel to another player's island for a total of 8 players in one visit. The whole scene feels meant to be. Why not snap a photo with everyone and make it a lasting memory?
Okay.
How's deserted island life looking? What we've shown you here today is truly just the beginning. There's so much more waiting to be discovered. So many activities, animals to encounter, and more calling to you from the island. We can't wait for you to experience the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package.
March 2020. Yeah, March 2020. Yeah, they've got a firm date. They've got March 20th, 2020. So they're not probably moving that date.
So, how'd it look? There's still a bit more time until the game launches, so please stay tuned.
I think you have one more thing probably.
Alright, the next game will be our last announcement of the day. Please give it a look.
Oh, this could be big. This is where you have to end on a big note. Xenoblade? Is this a Xenoblade game? What is this? Oh, that is, what's his name? Again, I don't know his name. It's Xenoblade. Is there another way to...
Do you wish to change it? Huh? the future.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So they're doing a port again from the Wii U. Again, they'll probably sell well, right? Shulk, there it is. Name is Shulk. 2020, hey?
Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles, which originally released in 2012 on the Wii system, is destined to be reborn on Nintendo Switch as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. The game is planned for release in 2020. Please look forward to more announcements in the future. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.
All right, folks. So that was the Direct. They're going to jump right into the banjo information right here as well. But I think this is actually probably a good time to kind of end off our stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. In our last showcase, I talked a little bit